Under the radiant Jerusalem sun, a bustling marketplace pulsates with life, where merchants hawk their wares amid the playful laughter of children. Amidst the vibrant chaos of commerce, a palpable tension hangs heavy in the air, hinting at an unspoken anticipation. Near a tranquil fountain, a small gathering of people, their faces mirroring a profound blend of hopeful expectation and cautious doubt. Under the radiant sun, Jesus approaches Jerusalem on a humble donkey, his journey marked by destiny and hope. The disciples, eyes shining with anticipation, follow closely, their hearts filled with dreams of a new dawn. Each step forward resonates with the weight of prophecy and the promise of transformation. Jerusalem's city gates open to a triumphant arrival. As Jesus enters, heralded by a jubilant crowd, a wave of adoration cascades as cloaks are laid and palm branches are waved, celebrating the arrival of the King. United in joyous chorus, the crowd proclaims, "Blessed is the King who comes in the name of the Lord." In the temple courtyard, joyous procession begins as the crowd's excitement electrifies the air. Amidst the jubilant throng, shadows of disapproval lengthen on the faces of watchful Pharisees. The air crackles with anticipation as the joyous procession continues to spread, their excitement building, creating a palpable sense of change. Inside the temple, the Pharisees, their faces etched with fury, encircle Jesus, the very air vibrating with unspoken threats. In a moment of mounting tension, the Pharisees demand, "Teacher, rebuke your disciples." The demand hangs heavy in the air, threatening to shatter the delicate balance of faith and power. In the sun-drenched temple courtyard, Jesus stands resolute, his piercing gaze challenging the masses. His voice resonates with divine authority. Jesus proclaims, "I tell you, if they keep silent, the stones will cry out." The air crackles with anticipation. As the crowd's reaction hangs in the balance, a pivotal moment fraught with uncertainty. A tense silence descends upon the temple courtyard, heavy with anticipation and unspoken dread. The earth trembles with a terrifying, unseen force, shattering the fragile calm. In the temple courtyard, ancient stones whisper secrets as cracks emerge, revealing an inner light. The earth trembles, and the cracks widen, casting an eerie glow that hints at a hidden power. As the light intensifies, the temple courtyard becomes a stage for an unknown, impending event. The ancient stones of the temple courtyard shatter, unleashing a symphony of divine light and celestial song that washes over the awestruck crowd. A wave of celestial sound and light emanates from the breach, captivating the crowd and freezing them in a moment of stunned reverence. The courtyard is filled with an overwhelming sense of divine presence as the heavenly song resonates deep within their souls. Jerusalem, now bathed in a radiant golden light, becomes a symphony of singing stones as the extraordinary event echoes through its ancient streets. The temple air hangs heavy with disbelief as the Pharisees reel from the shock of a divine spectacle. Confusion etches deep lines on their faces, reflecting their shattered perception of reality. Their rigid doctrines crumble beneath the weight of the inexplicable, leaving them adrift in a sea of uncertainty. In the radiant temple courtyard, the crowd celebrates with boundless fervor, their faith now an unshakable testament to the miracle. The air crackles with palpable energy, as every cheer and gesture echoes the profound impact of the divine. A collective sense of wonder and gratitude permeates the scene, as onlookers find themselves united by the shared experience of witnessing the impossible. In the vibrant Jerusalem streets, a symphony of voices rises and falls, echoing the anticipation of extraordinary events. Animated gestures punctuate the air as whispers of Jesus' divine power ignite excitement in every face. The air crackles with anticipation as the whispers of Jesus spread like wildfire through the crowded streets. In the dimly lit home of a Pharisee, shadows dance across the faces of conspirators, their whispers weaving a web of anger and apprehension. The air crackles with unspoken threats as the Pharisees huddle together, their plot intensifying. Their expressions betray a mix of outrage and worry, hinting at the turmoil brewing beneath their composed exteriors. Under the radiant Jerusalem sun, Jesus persists in his divine mission, drawing multitudes with his teachings and miracles. Whispers of singing stones amplify his renown, drawing seekers from distant lands to witness the spectacle. Each healing, each lesson, etches deeper into the hearts of the faithful, solidifying his place as a beacon of hope. In the sacred temple, a storm of righteous fury descends as Jesus strides with unwavering resolve, his gaze ablaze with divine anger. With a surge of unparalleled strength, he unleashes chaos, overturning the tables of the money changers. Amid the clatter of scattered coins and the stunned silence, Jesus proclaims, "My house will be a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of robbers." The temple reverberates with the echo of his words, a challenge to corruption and a call for reverence. Under the scorching sun of Jerusalem, the Pharisees watch Jesus, their expressions hardening with mounting fury. Their eyes, narrowed with resentment, follow his every move, their silence pregnant with unspoken animosity. Each disapproving glance is a silent indictment, fueling the brewing storm of their collective wrath. In the dim-lit home of a Pharisee, shadows dance with deceit as stern faces gather in clandestine conspiracy. The air crackles with hushed voices and sharp gestures as the Pharisees plot their treacherous next move. Deceitful hearts are mirrored in the shadows that cling to the walls, amplifying the sense of impending treachery. In the radiant heat of Jerusalem, Jesus stands firm amidst the scornful gazes of the Pharisees. Beneath the relentless sun, a heated debate erupts, focusing on the contentious duty of paying taxes to Caesar. In a moment of divine clarity, Jesus proclaims, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's." His words echo through the ancient stones, leaving the Pharisees momentarily silenced and contemplative. Bathed in ethereal sunlight, Jesus stands at the heart of the temple, his figure commanding the awe of the common folk. His hands carve gestures of grace as his voice echoes through the sacred space, resonating with the promise of hope. The faces of the crowd, etched with curiosity and longing, reflect the profound impact of his simple yet transformative parables. His words paint vivid tapestries of hope and redemption, weaving stories that resonate deep within the souls of his listeners. Under the silver glow of the moon, Jesus kneels on the Mount of Olives, his figure silhouetted against the ancient olive trees. The scent of earth and night-blooming jasmine fills the air as Jesus' face reveals a profound sadness, a silent testament to his inner turmoil. Alone in the garden, the weight of destiny bears down upon him as he wrestles with the fate that awaits. In the dimly lit upper room, flickering candlelight casts long shadows on the faces of Jesus and his disciples, setting a somber tone for their final gathering. As Jesus gestures towards the bread and wine, a profound sense of anticipation and solemnity fills the air. Jesus solemnly declares. Jesus shares a final meal with his disciples, instituting the Eucharist. Under the cloak of night, the Garden of Gethsemane is haunted by flickering torchlight, casting eerie shadows that writhe among the ancient olive trees. The air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth and the bitter premonition of betrayal. In the heart of the garden, Jesus kneels, his face a canvas of sorrow, as the moment of ultimate sacrifice draws near. Judas emerges from the darkness, a sinister figure leading a merciless band of temple guards armed with cold steel and brutal intent. In the high priest's dimly lit house, Jesus stands as a solitary figure before the stern, unforgiving Sanhedrin. Whispers of false accusations fill the room as the Sanhedrin interrogates him with relentless zeal. Shadows dance ominously on the walls, mirroring the dark accusations of blasphemy hurled at Jesus. In Pilate's courtyard, an air of tension hangs heavy as Jesus stands before Pontius Pilate, his fate hanging in the balance. Pilate, scrutinizing Jesus, searches for guilt, but finds only innocence mirrored in his eyes. The silent judgment echoes louder than any accusation, as Jesus, serene and resolute, faces the unknown. In the heart of Jerusalem, a seething multitude, manipulated by the Pharisees, floods the ancient streets with their collective rage. Faces contorted with fury, fists clenched tight, they advance like a storm, ready to unleash their wrath. The air crackles with tension, a palpable mix of dust, sweat, and the raw scent of fear. In Pilate's courtyard, a theatrical display unfolds as Pilate washes his hands, a chilling act of disavowal. Pilate's hands, dripping with water, become a stark symbol of his moral evasion. The act of washing hands is a symbol of his denial of justice. Under the merciless sun, Jesus bears the immense wooden cross, his arduous journey etching a path of sorrow along the Via Dolorosa. A cacophony of jeers and scorn echoes from the merciless crowd, their faces twisted in mockery as they line the ancient streets of Jerusalem. Each step is a testament to his sacrifice. The heavy wooden cross, a symbol of love and redemption. The relentless sun casts a harsh light on the Via Dolorosa, intensifying the atmosphere of anguish and despair. Upon Golgotha, Jesus hangs on the cross, a solitary figure against a darkening sky. The heavens weep as the sun vanishes, casting the world into an eerie twilight. The earth trembles violently, as if the very ground beneath is in anguish. On the desolate expanse of Golgotha, Jesus writhes in agony, bound to the cross as ominous shadows stretch across the barren ground. In his final moments, Jesus cries out in anguish, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And then, silence descends as he breathes his last. In the dim confines of the tomb, the weight of sorrow hangs heavy as Jesus' body is carefully laid to rest. In a display of somber strength, men struggle to seal the tomb's entrance, forever enclosing the sacred space. The tomb is sealed, and darkness descends. Under the unforgiving sun, guards stand vigil at the tomb's entrance, their grim faces etched with unwavering resolve. Each movement is calculated, each gaze sharp, as they guard against any who dare defile the sacred resting place. The air crackles with tension, the silence broken only by the rustle of wind and the distant echo of unseen threats. At the break of dawn, an angel of unimaginable radiance materializes, its presence shaking the very earth. Guards, paralyzed by sheer terror, are humbled before the angel's divine presence. The scene unfolds with an almost unbearable intensity as the angel's ethereal glow casts long, distorted shadows, amplifying the guards' overwhelming dread. In the silence of dawn, the tomb stands empty, an eerie stillness where life defied death. The air is thick with the unspoken promise of resurrection, as shadows dance where the Savior once lay. The realm of the dead yields, as Jesus breaks free from the shackles of mortality, leaving behind the silent testament of an empty tomb. On the desolate road to Emmaus, two disciples trudge onward, their spirits crushed beneath the weight of sorrow. Unbeknownst to them, a figure emerges from behind, a presence that could rekindle their extinguished hope. They do not recognize him. Under the expansive sky of Galilee, Jesus appears, his face radiant with peace, as the morning sun paints long shadows that dance with destiny. With a gentle gesture towards the infinite horizon where land meets sea, Jesus' eyes hold the promise of hope and transformation. In a moment of profound purpose, Jesus proclaims, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations."